comedian. Tell me why you believe it's important, one, to teach those messages, but then at the same time, like, the process in which you do it.
Yeah, so I'm really passionate about teaching the history that I wish that I learned in school. You would swear it was like Black history started with enslavement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really want to dig behind that, really
Yeah.
give that pride in that history.
Indeed.
And the kids get excited about it. You know, when you really see the human story.
Right,
it's
right.
not all great. It's not all peaches and roses.
Right, right.
The kids can handle that. And giving them that complicated story and showing them this journey of humanity can help us not repeat those same mistakes, but can also empower them to show them what we can do.
Man, you make it so simple. I wish everybody else could just embrace it like that.
So our first storyteller tonight, I'm so excited for you to meet him. He's a musician, he's a social justice activist and educator. Everyone make some noise for Fyütch.
Oh, wow. Woo! All right, that was awesome. That was awesome. I wanted to take my time with that. All right. So when I was 14, I decided I wanted to be a famous rapper. Now, this was pre-social media, so it was only one way to make it. You had to record a hot mixtape. And then you had to get signed to like Rockefeller, Jay-Z, you know, it's your boy, Hov. So that was the goal. And then blow up. Simple, right? Very easy. And I was sticking to the plan. A couple years later, actually, I got a full ride scholarship to Belmont University. But, thank you. But I was convinced, I told my mom, I said, I'm probably gonna have to drop out by the end of freshman year because, you know, I was gonna be so famous. The paparazzi was gonna be following me to my classes and stuff. No pictures. But alas, 5 years later, I graduated a little wiser, a little more grounded, and a whole lot of broke. I needed a job. So I became a teaching artist, and I was teaching music and poetry in kindergarten through 12th grade classes. It was a pretty cool little gig, you know? It was flexible. I still got to perform, you know, on the weekends and after at night when I needed to. It was pretty decent money. And come on, it was something that I wish I had when I was in school. And, but you know, it was temporary. Come on, working with children? Come on, this was kids. It was temporary. But temporary turned into 10 years. And, after a while, I was not only a beast at writing these bars, I'm a beast at writing curriculum. But I was very certain about keeping both sides of that separate. I was the music artist Fyütch. Over here in classrooms, I was Mr. Harold. My students called me Mr. Harold. I had the khakis, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really super proud of the aspect of my teaching artist career. There was a guy at one of my shows, actually. He said, so man, what do you do? I said, I'm a music artist. He said, no, what do you really do? What's your job? Like, what makes you money? Man, that question made me so mad. It made me so mad because honestly, I was kind of embarrassed of the fact that I was a teacher a little bit. I only wanted people to know about the rap music artist side of things. And, you know, I didn't think it was a cool way to be a rapping teacher. What was I supposed to do? I'm a rapping teacher and I'm really cool. I stick in school and I follow the rules. That was the way it was in my head. I didn't really know there was a cool way to combine it. But you know, I was kind of ignoring the fact of the impact that the classes I was doing was having on these kids. Like the impact of the communities that I would come from, that I would be doing this in, giving them a way to express themselves through art, to dig into history and current events. Also, I wasn't realizing the fact that being in the classroom directly fed my artistry. It kept me sharp. I was constantly creating. Being in front of the class was a direct audience. It was like I was performing all the time. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, like it kept me current. After 30, it's hard to keep up with them TikTok trends and stuff. I don't know what they be doing and stuff. So it was actually a really good fit, but I wasn't really seeing it in that way. But I think life has a way to scooch us in the direction where we're supposed to be. Should we be so receptive to the winds of change, a divine nudge from the Almighty if you have it. So sure enough, 2017, I was working with a third grade teacher in the Bronx, Miss Parks. And she was awesome. She said, will you do the Black History lesson plan for the class? I said, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So I got on YouTube, typed something up, tried to find a song to start the lesson plan with. Something fun, engaging, that talked about Black history, but before slavery. It seemed like the second we get into February, all you hear, So I was like, the third graders don't need that. Let's keep it hype. And then I wanted to find something that talked about some more current Black people that made some amazing accomplishments besides the starting five. You know, we got MLK, we got Malcolm X, we got Rosa Parks, we got Harriet Tubman. And number 5, you can go Oprah Obama. Take your pick, you can go either one. But I feel like it was always that. And I could not find exactly what I was looking for. So, for the first time, I combined my rap powers with my teaching powers. And I made something. So I made a little beat, did some research, learned the lyrics, got a little camera out, put up a green screen, recorded myself, edited it, put it on YouTube, and released it, not under Fyütch, this is under Mr. Harold. Cause I'm like, this for the children, it's cute, it's for the kids, it's not my actual music, you know? And I showed it to the students, right? I showed it to them, and they lit up. It was special, man. They were on the edge of their seats. They were like, oh my God, that's you, Mr. Harold, that's you. Me and Miss Parks had a little moment. We looked at each other in the back of the class. Was like, oh, this is special. And it was. Meanwhile, there were thousands of teachers around the country who was looking for that exact same kind of content. So the video took off. And I didn't expect that. I started getting messages. Hey, can we get the instrumental? Can we get the beat? Can we get this? Can we get the lyrics? We want to perform it. I started getting videos of kids performing my words at assemblies, seeing them do the movements I was doing. Start thinking to myself, the wheels started turning. Could I? Should I? Would I? Nah. 2 more years passed before I even considered and thought about doing anything else for kids. And what did it was the pandemic. Teaching went virtual. Technology was more important than ever to educators. Kids were on the screens more than ever. Engagement in our classes were down. So while I was trying to find engaging songs on topics like Juneteenth, Black hair appreciation, Indigenous peoples, couldn't really find it. So I finally made that decision. I accepted the calling, and I never looked back. Now, thank you. You see, for me, the risk was letting go of the way that I thought my life was supposed to be. The way that I thought a rap career was supposed to go, the way I thought, success meant for me. Really, I thought leaning into education felt more like settling. It felt like I was giving up on my dreams, which really now I can see it so clearly. It was obviously the leap I needed to rise to the occasion, to step into that role. And really, once I actually accepted that, I found a much fuller life on the other side of that. I found a community of people who were already doing the same thing. Educators and artists that were trying to find creative ways to tell these stories that we were passionate about. And also, at that time, the things that I wished for when I was a 14-year-old kid actually kind of started happening. Performing, touring, television appearances, going to the Grammys, getting nominated with my one tribe. Yeah. And this is for children's music. I was like, what? Who'd have thunk it? And it only took me 20 years to finally hit the whole full-time artist career. But I'm prouder than ever to say that I'll always be a teacher. Thank you. Yeah.